before this whole rebellion, these people identify themselves as British subjects, right? They lived in America, they know that they are, this is their home, but they also know that they are British subjects. Britain, I actually tried. I think there are many indications, if you look at historical facts, that Britain actually did not want to make this into a big mess, because it wanted, basically, as I mentioned already, it wanted to manage its empire in its own interest. And so the British, I think, that made compromises to the American colonists. Number one, for instance, the notorious Stamp Act was repealed after demonstrations, riots in the colonies. It was repealed, indicating that the British did not want to see tension, did not want to see chaos. And after Townshend duties were passed, there were the Sons of Liberty. They started to patrol their own streets and started to impose impose these laws. They are non-importation, non-consumption of British goods, and it partially hurt the British economy, but also I think Britain really did not want to see this kind of chaos, and therefore they actually repealed the Townshend duties again, which I think is doubly indicating, of course, that Britain at first certainly wanted to negotiate with the colonists, and it showed an intention to that it wanted some kind of continued relationship with the North American colonies. From the colonial times, that the colonies were very used to self-rule. Other than the navigation acts that sort of restricted what kind of trade the colonists could do, they were able to make their own laws, decide how to tax and what revenue to raise, and that they pretty much went on their own ways in the entire colonial time. And then when Britain, of course, ironically fought in North America against the French and won the war of the 7 Years' War, that its holdings, its land holdings in North America were so large that it wanted to manage its empire in North America more efficiently. And with that reasoning, Britain actually passed this law. It's called the Proclamation of 1763, which prohibited colonists from moving into the territory they had just won. So that the irony here is that the colonies, of course, were happy about what the British did, that is to drive the French out and win the territory for them. But that on the other side of the coin, that they were prohibited from moving into that area. At the same time, of course, Britain, which had not imposed internal taxes on the colonies, that actually started to impose internal taxes on the colonies. And I am using the word internal to distinguish the navigation taxes, which were duties basically on imports and exports. But from now on, Britain wanted the colonists to pay a kind of tax or kind of taxes in order to help Britain to get out of the debt that they incurred because of the 7 Years' War. So I think that it's the bigger principle is about self-rule, and the colonists were very used to it. But in the immediate impact of the British policies after the 7 Years' War was basically financially tapping into the colonists, and the colonists were not happy, number one, to be ruled by British laws, and number two, to be economically taken advantage of. I usually make the connection that it is really from the end of the 7 Years' War that you start to see dissatisfaction in the colonies, and you start to see the disagreement between Britain and the North American colonies. And it's from there on, gradually, we were going onto a path that was the revolution.
Bring it. What? On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Dance floor, bro. I know, you know, I